Well, here we are at Overbury on harvest log day 3, and it's the 21st of July. Weather is still holding up at the moment. Some heavy thunderstorms on the forecast for Saturday and Sunday, so there's a little bit of pressure on to try and get the seed crops done that are fit and ready to harvest between now and then. I checked some oilseed rape today, and the moisture on that is 4.5%, which ironically needs a little bit of moisture on it, because anything less than about 6% moisture, it makes it very, very difficult for the abstraction process to happen to get the oil out of the seeds. So anyway, here we are. We're at a field called Crooked Withies, and back in the winter we planted a new little hedgerow here, which I'm a little bit of ladies' bed straw in there, as well as some wildflowers which have sort of naturally occurred. This is to try and link up some of these older habitats. So we've got a much older hedge further down. That's about 2 years worth of non-cutting on that. Loads of berries that are just starting to form now. And within this hedge line, we've got some copper beech trees as well to grow up to be mature standing trees on the southern boundary of the grass field, which will hopefully provide shelter for the livestock in due course. The combine baled this, or combined this, harvested it yesterday afternoon, and so we've given it back 24 hours, a bit more, and then we've got a baler that's coming in here now just to bale this straw up. This field is for our own use. I'm going to make a few bales for the sheep that might need housing through the winter. We sold quite a lot of our surplus straw last year, so we just need a couple of hundred bales to have a bit of an insurance in case we need to house sheep next winter if we have a really rough weather time, and we need to bring them in rather than trying to keep them out all year round. So yeah, baler in now. We are, what time are we now? 9:30. We've just finished combining, just moved the combine, ready to carry on tomorrow. We should get the KWS Amistar seed barley all wrapped up tomorrow, and then it's yeah, a bit of a dilemma for me then as to whether we can move into some oilseed rape to try and get that harvested, or a bit of that harvested, before the thunderstorms arrive. They're really vulnerable at this time of year. The pods are very ripe. We do have some varieties that have a genetic trait in them which is called pod shatter, which is literally that it sort of has a slightly tougher pod to try and resist some of those weather issues, but some varieties that we're growing don't have those. So we shall have to see which way we go, and whether the moisture actually means that it's suitable for us to be able to even harvest. It's a cracking evening this evening. It's finally cooled off a little bit, which makes it a lot more pleasant to kind of work in. We mustn't grumble. We need the sunshine. We need the hot weather for harvest. So that's all been fantastic. These are little sort of 5-foot bales, just nice for us to be able to handle in the yards with the JCB. And yeah, phenomenal output with these balers now. As a local contractor who comes to bale some for a neighbour, some for us, and he's probably got a couple of hours work out here to get this wrapped up. And then we'll try and get them shifted tomorrow. This field is destined to go into winter beans, which we'll plant middle of October. What a dusty old job. So we will come in here with a cover crop. There's actually some buckwheat in here from a previous cover crop, which is seeded. So we'll plant a mixed species cover crop in here to try and capture a lot of carbon. We've got a great opportunity for sunshine interception turning that into effectively humus, sequestering that carbon, storing it, locking it up in the soil, as well as feeding all the earthworms and the soil biology, funguses that are in there, bacteria that are in there, and it just keeps that soil alive, keeps it healthy. The roots are putting sugars out there, creating channels for the earthworms to feed in and aerate the soil and allow water to pass through it. So much better than leaving sort of bare stubbles for that length of time. So there we are, lots going on. Day 3. See you all tomorrow.